game that we're talking about, the Cibola Cougars, well, this is why they're in a predicament.
Yeah.
This was from Community Stadium, yes, on Halloween night, as the
spooky.
Cleveland Storm took on the Cibola Cougars in good old District 1 6A, and this is Ben Morales taking it from the 20-yard line. And Morales is off to the races. You're not going to beat Blair Manley in a race, but still up to the 30-yard line. This is going to be something you hear a lot. Jesse Nieto through the middle, touchdown, Cleveland.
He had a good game.
No.
That's an understatement, right? And right here, Garcia stepping back, looking for one of his many weapons. Ray Garza, long pass, long catch. He misplayed the ball, and Garza strides it out. Tie game. We got a game, right, Adam?
Yes.
Jesse Nieto, that's all I'm saying. Jesse Nieto had a monster game, and here is one of his four touchdowns.
I'll match you, Jesse Nieto, and I'll raise you, Jesse Nieto. A little cut to the outside. That's a 15-yard run, his third touchdown run. And how about a little bit more? Jesse Nieto, oops, a cut. Oops, another cut at the 5, and he's in. It's his fourth touchdown of the game. Cleveland up 29-7.
What I'm noticing about these good teams, you have names emerging that you haven't said all year. That's Will Johnson for one touchdown.
Ooh.
And that's Will Johnson again for another touchdown. These good teams, they just keep the weapons coming at them.
Well, for good measure, 43-7. Cibola trying to drive.
Wait for
Barley.
it.
Ooh.
Wait for it.
Sit down, young fella. 43-7, Cleveland Storm, Cleveland Storm, Cleveland Storm.
Wow.
Looking sharp. They did not overlook Cibola to set up the Titanic matchup. Man, that's going to be fantastic. Cleveland going to go to Rio Rancho High School and really settle a rivalry, settle seedings, settle future matchups. I mean, I'm telling you, this is Titanic because I truly believe that the loser of this game is going to get a 5 seed, Charles. I really do. And I think that 5 seed then will meet El Dorado's 4 seed, which you don't want to play El Dorado that early, which would be a quarterfinal matchup. So that's how big I think this is. The seeding is giant.
It's playoff season. There's no way around who you're going to play. But you're right. You do not want to see El Dorado in the quarterfinals. That's just, let's keep it real here. You would rather, if I'm any of those teams, I want to see a Oñate. I want to see a Sandia. I want to see one of those teams. I don't want to see Zach Gentry and that crew in basically a home game. No way. So we got a lot going on this week, and a lot's going to happen this weekend. That's going to pretty much just going to clear up everything, and that selection show is going to be awesome because I'm expecting some surprises.
What is now? So we have talked about our projected 12. Now let's see what the rest of the media and the coaches say. The NMOTSC special. Okay, it's instead of the top 10, it's top 12 because 12 teams make the playoffs. So yes, the Cibola Cougars do slide in that 12 spot. Hobbs is right on the outside. Now we told you if Hobbs beats Clovis, that could change everything. Monzano fittingly at 11 because of their non-win against Cibola, but win. And then Clovis 10, Las Cruces slips to 9. Las Cruces really doesn't have a lot of big wins. Atrisco and then Sandia rounds out that top 7. Charles, do you have any problems with how that's lined up? Because that's kind of how we see things.
That's pretty much how our list looked yesterday. So I like it. I think those teams are right where they need to be at. Cibola, they are nervous this week.
They've got to hope things go the right way.
There's a lot of things that need to happen for them to even get in. So
you look at their you look at their body of work, and there's not a lot there. Just like Monzano doesn't have a lot there, and we told you it's kind of watered down at the very bottom. I don't know. I just think things have to fall right for Cibola to get in. Hobbs could sneak in if they take care of business, and if things go Hobbs' way. So it's all,
We're gonna talk about that cluster coming up in 3 and out because we no one knows this bottom part. That's the hard part. Who's gonna be the last 2 in or the last 3. We don't know what's going on, but what we do know are that top 6. We know who the top guns are because they've been doing it all year.
Well, let's see who the top guns are. The NMOTSC top 6 now that we went through the bottom 6. Look, we know Rio Rancho's there. They're 9-0. Mayfield, they're 8-1. They can probably finish 9-1 on the season. La Cueva wrapped up their district. That's why they fittingly have to be seated above El Dorado. I feel like those are your top 4 seeds. What I'm curious about is, yes, Cleveland's 5. I think that's obvious. Oñate. I'm curious if Oñate, at the end of the season, does get seated higher than Sandia. That's what I think Oñate and Sandia are interchangeable. I'm okay with either one. Are you?
I'm okay with the Knights being up there. Yes, they beat up a banged up Cruces team.
They still beat
They
Cruces.
still beat Cruces. That's how I look at it. A win is a win. I think 6 is a good spot for them. But we'll see how the season ends. You just never know. But Onyate's body of work is impressive. We were talking about them. We were saying they were quietly beating teams or quietly keeping those games close. Cleveland had a rough go around going down there playing that team. So that's a talented team down there.
Onyate, by the way, has a bye week. They're 7-3, so they're done.
Yeah.
Their body of work is done. They're comfortably fitting in. They'll get a home game.
Yeah.
They'll play at the Field of Dreams. Now, we remind you the first round of the playoffs will be at home, hosted by the higher seed. When you get to the semifinals, all the way to the semis, then higher seed no longer hosts. It's where you played last time in the playoffs. Here's the full poll of the NMOTSC coaches and media poll.
Who is the team?
Is it Trisco going to get a home game?
Yeah, I was going to ask that. Who's more deserving of a home game here out of this body of work? You know, I agree with Onyate. You know, Sandia, Trisco. Who's going to feel hosed at the end of the day? Thinking that they should have probably stayed at home or.
I don't, you know,
Because all those teams are 4 and 5. We're 5 and 4.
I think Trisco, Onyate, and Sandia are going to get home games, and then winner of Cleveland Rio Rancho will be that 5 seed. They'll get a home game, so I think that's kind of where that's going to go.